Good morning, everyone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gian Andri Diem. I'm the co-founder and managing director of DHP Technology. Long story short, in 7 years, e-mobility will have an increased electricity demand of 130 terawatt hours. This is twice as much as Switzerland consumes per year. And a lot of that energy will be charged along the highways. And for this, a lot of charging and loading infrastructure will be built in the next years. This is very costly. 1 kilowatt hour to charge along a highway costs between 50 and 80 cents. With our solar folding roof technology, we will generate that power locally and power the charging infrastructure on a much lower level of 8 to 10 cents. We will build and operate hundreds of solar power plants along the highways, and we will invest in a portfolio of around 500 megawatt in the next years. And for this, we look for around 70 million of equity and around 200 million of bonds. But let's go back to that story, to the beginning, and have a look in it a bit more in detail. Along the European traffic routes, over 4,000 loading points will be built at around 2,000 locations. Our vision is to power this charging infrastructure with the solar folding roof technology, to build an operator company to generate long-term energy flows and long-term cash flows. The e-mobility market will create an enormous energy demand. Over 130 terawatt hours in 2030. Remember, twice as much as Switzerland consumes per year. Over 50% of the new vehicles in 2030 will be electric. And a lot of these vehicles will charge along the traffic routes, and a big part of this will be the trucks. 1 million public charging points will be built, and up to 1,000 huge loading areas have to be constructed. This means every 60 to 100 kilometer, one loading facility. And how this looks like has been drawn on a map for Germany from the Fraunhofer Institute. The traditional centralized energy system is too expensive to bring the power to the e-mobility consumers. 1 kilowatt hour from the grid costs already around 30 cents, and on top of that comes even the costly investment in the charging infrastructure. Our mission is to generate the power locally with the solar folding roof technology and to complement the grid. To understand the problem a bit better, it's good to have a look at the investment scheme of charging infrastructure. Around 1 megawatt of charging capacity costs 1 million. Together with the 30 cents from the grid, this kilowatt hour costs at least around 50 cents. And this is exactly the base of our business case and where we step in. The solar folding roof generates the power locally, carbon neutral, on a much lower level of around 8 to 10 cents. The solar folding roof is the only technology that can fully use the resting areas along the highways. Its folding mechanism protects the solar folding roof against the severe weather conditions, against hail, snow, against storm. And with this protection, we can save over 50% of the material compared to a fixed installation with the same dimensions. We go over parking space, we go over resting areas, we go over building, and we go even over the green areas of the resting areas. The solar folding roof is a proof technology. We have built over 20 projects in the last years in Switzerland and Germany. Our team of around 50 people is highly experienced and specialized on this kind of infrastructure projects. the solar folding roof is technically and economically the perfect match for the increasing e-mobility, electricity demand along the highways. With a 70 million equity investment, we will build up a 100 million business in around 10 years. This business model is independent from subsidies, and it's highly attractive. A single planned project is expected to have an IRR between 15 and 20%. In year 10, we expect a profit of around 20%, and in year 20, we expect a profit which is 2 to 3 times higher, depending on the self-funding capacity of the business case. We will build an ecosystem around an operator company. The role of DHP is mainly the technology provider. We need professional financing partners for the equity and the debt, and the loading station operators will be our customers. We build up strategic partnerships with the owner and operator of the locations, and we are complementary with the local utilities for the power supply. DHP has a proven track record of over 20 projects now, built in Switzerland and Germany in the last years. And we are continuously improving and developing our partnerships to scale up quickly. We have won this year, together with our partners, 50 locations along the Swiss highways, representing around 50 megawatts of installed capacity and a portfolio of 100 million Swiss francs. And we are already talking to potential customers and partners in France, in Germany, and in the Netherlands. This submission in Switzerland was split in 5 lots. Together with our partners, we have won 3 out of 5 lots. And lot 4 and lot 5 is already talking to us because of lack of other technical options that are economically and technically feasible for this kind of application. Of course, that puts a smile on my face. The clarification with the authorities are also running very positively. Together with our partners, we will build up a portfolio of over 500 megawatts in the next years. We need around 70 million of equity. We need around 200 million of bonds. And I kindly ask you to visit our landing page for the investors, where you will find the pitch deck. And if you have time, I'd like to talk to you today. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day.